back, everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Bri, and today we are talking about Love is Blind. Okay, so now we're gonna jump right into it. We are at the weddings. Okay, so we only had two couples going in to the weddings. Now, from what I've heard, that is the lowest number it's ever been. I don't know. I haven't watched the other four seasons. I'm just now joining this train in motion. So we start episode 10 with Stacy and Izzy's wedding. So pretty much the first half of the episode is Stacy and Izzy. The second half of the episode is Lydia and Milton. So Stacy arrives to the venue. We're going down memory lane of their relationship being all cute and all that stuff. Izzy arrives. He makes his professions of love as well. And then Stacy is talking to her people. Izzy is over here talking to his people. Everybody's getting ready for the ceremony. Stacy is talking to her mom about like the credit score issue and like the credit card thing that was happening, and she's kind of saying that like she's still kind of concerned about the whole honesty and trust issue there, because she's like, she thinks that Izzy feels like it's more so just about money to her, and she feels like it's a trust thing because if he was trying to be honest with her, if he was trying to establish that trust, he would have told her sooner. And where in Izzy's eyes, he's like, he didn't think it was that big of a deal. So he was like, I didn't see a need to bring it up at this point. Which I kind of understand both sides. Like if you're someone who like isn't from money, like you don't necessarily get how important that is and how like these conversations need to be had sooner rather than later. And then someone like Stacy who comes from old money, she understands that like, no, we need to have this conversation as soon as possible. So the ceremony starts. The flower girl is freaking adorable. I just like, it's so cute when people have kids at their wedding. It won't be mine, but it's so cute. So Stacy and her dad walk in, and Izzy tears up a bit, as he should. Okay, like if you are not crying when your wife walks down the aisle in her beautiful ass dress all done up just for you, she's gonna walk back out, and we're gonna try this again, because don't disrespect her like that. Izzy says his vows, Stacy says her vows. Everybody's all teary-eyed. It's a really beautiful moment. The officiants ask the like actual official question. So after Izzy says I do, and they start to go ask Stacy the question, like Netflix starts dragging it. Like the music gets all tense. We're hearing like heartbeat sound effects. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? Because she was just over here talking about how much she loved this man, how much he's helped her change. Whoop, 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 this, that, and the third. And I'm like, Netflix, you doing a whole lot right now. Like, come on. Come to find out that issue of him not bringing that up to her was a bigger issue than we thought, because Stacy's pretty much just like, while I love you and I appreciate the growth that you have helped me achieve, this isn't going to work out for me. I think we're moving a little too fast. Let's take some more time. Then she walks out. And my thing is like, after she walked out, like not a single person just chased after her. Like if I am at if I get to a point where I am getting married and it's time to say if I do or not, and I say I don't and I walk out, if no one chases after me to be like, hey girl, you like, what can I do? Are you even my friend? Like not even her sisters, her mother, everyone just sat there. Like, I don't know, I just felt like they could still like date after that if they wanted to. Like granted, Izzy would probably need some time, but like I feel like they could still date. And it's just like, okay, Netflix, you're doing a whole lot right now. Come to find out, Izzy is like, he feels like he deserves to be loved the way that he loves as well. And Stacy is more of a very pampered and spoiled princess. Like if you're not at Stacy's like every beck and call, doing everything she wants and treating her like the debutante that she seems to think that she is, then it's not enough. And Izzy's like, I'm giving all that I can. I'm giving like the actual love that she says that she's wanting, but she keeps pushing me away. So I'm out of here. And I'm like, you know what, Izzy? I can appreciate that. You do you. Protect your peace, king. And so now on to Lydia and Milton's wedding. We get our walk down memory lane as Lydia arrives to her wedding preparation seat. Milton gets to his preparation area. We're seeing all the people come in. Everybody's all excited. Lydia's getting her hair done. Milton's getting his hair cut. Milton is still like avoiding difficult questions, and like I feel like this is very indicative of their differences in emotional communication. Because like, even if someone is like, oh, like, are you ready, are you excited, and like Milton just does not want to answer those questions, I'm like, bro, like, no one's telling you to profess your love right here, right now. Like, we're literally just saying, are you ready to get married? And the fact that you don't have an answer to that question, I don't know, it's aggravating. As someone who has grown to be able to become a better communicator, because I am someone who is so in my head, if I'm asking you a question and you just literally do not answer, all I can think in my head is the worst. And Milton is really, really bad about just not answering questions. Like, sir, this is not, is, more power to Lydia, because that's her boo thing and she love him. But as for me and mine, I'm gonna need you to talk to me. Milton is talking with his dad. So they're just kind of like talking and having a conversation, like the little like last minute, are you sure about this? Have you thought it through? Da 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 da. Are you ready to be the head priest of your household? And I was like, I've never heard that terminology, but oh, okay. Um, and one thing I found interesting about their communication is that they seem to like, neither one of them fully seem to finish a sentence. Like, they would kind of like not even wander off. Like, they would get to a point and then like the next person would start talking. So like, neither one of them actually finished a full thought, I felt like. But they seem to have had an effective conversation. But Milton does say that he is trying to like keep out everyone else's like comments that they keep saying to him, but it is starting to get to him a little bit, and he's like, am I doing the right thing, am I rushing into this? And I feel like it's valid to have those concerns, especially if everybody is coming at you with the same like, are you sure about this, like, she's X amount of years older than you, like, you're only 24, like, take your time. I completely understand having the doubts of like, well, damn, if everybody is saying this, should this be something I need to slow down on? But I digress. We go forward. Also, one thing I noticed was that if it seemed like either Milton's sister is sitting directly under the boom mic or she is mic'd up, because there were like 2 or 3 comments she said and I could hear it loud and clear, as if it was like, hey, yeah, I'm James's sister. I want to, and it's like, why can't I hear you? I think after the one where I like wrote down the note, I didn't hear her anymore, but I was just like, put the boom mic over somebody else. We don't need this. Then they say their vows. It's all very adorable. Milton had just written his vows like while he was getting dressed, and I'm just like, okay. But he got it together. They said their vows. Oh, so cute. So the officiant starts to ask them the question. He asks Lydia first. Lydia says, I do. He asks Milton. And of course, Netflix dragging it out. You see the slow zoom in on his face. And I was like, bro, Netflix, you dragging it. Like, I get that you're doing it for a reason, but like, you making me angry. Just tell me if the boy answered the question or not. So Milton answers the question and he says yes. So we have our one couple of the entire, 30 people who were in the pods. We have our one couple that actually got married. So yeah, the ceremony ends. They go pop a bottle and have like a little, I guess, confessional B-roll moment with each other. And then they just start like aggressively making out, like aggressively. And I'm like, first of all, Milton, you are at least 1.5 feet taller than her. Like, this is a whole lot. But I again felt like I was intruding on their relationship, because he's like grabbing her up, and I'm just like, do I need to leave? Like, y'all need a moment alone. Like, this is a whole lot right now. And then yeah, so as the episode is ending, we flash back to I guess flash over to Izzy sitting at the table, still in his feelings. Stacy saying that fairly certain isn't enough to decide the rest of her life. I mean, which is fair. Like, if you not sure, like, don't do it. And then we get a montage of some of the other pod couples and how they felt about their situations ending. So we see JP and Taylor, and they're kind of talking about their what are some things that they probably need to change or could have done better. JP's like, my inability to open up is probably what's pushing people away, and I'm just like, no shit, Sherlock. Like, yeah. And then Taylor is like, she did have emotions for him, but she feels like she did the right thing. We see Uche and Aaliyah. And I don't remember what Aaliyah said, because I was like, I didn't even realize that y'all even got extra like B-roll from her, because I thought she left. But they probably got it from her when she came for the lunch. And then Uche realizing he still needs to grow, and I'm like, you were too old for all of this. Come on now. And then we get Chris and Johnny. They say something. I don't know. I tuned out. I didn't care no more. And then yeah, that is episode 10. And then I wanted to hurry up and record this because I was actually out of town when it came out. So I didn't actually watch it until yesterday. And so I'm finally getting around to recording this video, and I want to make sure the video goes up before the reunion comes out tonight. Because I am so excited, because I feel like the only person that we actually got a hint of who's going to be there is Aaliyah. And I'm really, really, really hoping that Uche is going to be there, because we already know that Milton and Lydia are going to be there. Izzy and Stacy are going to be there. Probably Johnny and Chris and Taylor and JP, they're probably going to be there. But I need for Uche and Aaliyah to be there, because I need to see Uche, Aaliyah, and Lydia all in the same room. That is what I have been waiting for this since the Uche Lydia mess. Like, I need this to come together. Also, Lydia and her friends call Uche Voldemort. Like, he was so bad at that time that they are literally don't even say his name. They're like, he who shall not be named Voldemort, and they're talking about Uche. Like, what? So I'm very excited to get to the truth of the matter in this reunion. So I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Make sure to check back. I don't know if the reunion episode will be posted today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I don't know. We shall see. I may have a lot of emotions right after the show goes off. Who knows? But until then, I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.